Good afternoon, friends. Welcome back to the homestead. So hubby got me something and I got it in the mail today. He got me some worms. So we're gonna head to the pump house and we're gonna discuss the benefits of having worms in your gardens. So let's head on over. All right, friends, it's another beautiful day outside, but it is super windy here. So we are gonna discuss these worms here inside the pump house so you can hear me. So the worms that I got are from Uncle Jim's Worm Farm. And these are a combination of red wigglers and night crawlers. How they ship them to you is in peat moss. It's a dry peat moss. So the first instructions that they gave me was as soon as you get them, you're supposed to add a half a cup of water to help rehydrate your worms. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I have got a half a cup of water here and I'm going to get a container that we can go ahead and put these in. All right, so I've got a container here. I went ahead and put something on the bottom of it because they will go through here. And I'm gonna just go ahead and dump these in and then we are gonna rehydrate them with a half a cup of water. All right, friends, so I have a little bit of a worm advisory that came in with our worms. We're gonna read through this real quick so we can understand what we need to do with our worms. So it says your worms have been shipped in dry peat moss. If the worms seem small and scrawny, this is normal. It's been an average of 4 days since they had food and water. They will regain their original size and strength within 2 days as long as they receive the instructed amount of hydration. All right, so that is our advisory. That is why you want to go ahead and get them hydrated as soon as possible. What are the benefits of having these worms in your garden? First off, they help with water filtration. So they help that water get it down into the roots of your plants a lot easier because they're moving around in there. So they're helping to break up that soil. Another thing that they're going to do is they're going to add aeration to your soil as well. All right, friends, so now that we are outside and our worms are gonna go ahead and hydrate, we are gonna get the raised beds ready for these worms. And why am I putting in my raised beds? Because I really want these raised beds to be successful. I have not had any success with my raised beds. My plants just do not do well. So I wanna make sure I'm adding these amazing worms to my soil because they add worm castings, which is their poop. And what is in their poop that is so magical that everybody wants? Phosphate, nitrogen, and potassium oxide. Those are 3 things that these worms will give you just from their poop. And they will produce their body size in castings every day. So I've got a ton of those things that are just gonna go crazy with their poop inside my raised beds. And they also produce like crazy. Within 90 days, they will have tripled in size as far as how many worms are in my raised beds. They produce like crazy. We're gonna go ahead and grab the hose and we are gonna wet down these raised beds because they need to have proper water to stay alive. So we're gonna get these beds nice and wet. We're gonna go ahead and add them in, and then I'm gonna place cardboard on top of them just so that they can start burrowing down and go as deep down into the soil as possible. Plus, I don't want any predators, any birds from above coming down and eating my worms. So I'm gonna keep them covered. So let's get the hose out, let's wet these raised beds, and let's get our worms into the raised beds. All right, friends, so now that my raised beds are completely saturated with water, I'm gonna go ahead and start adding my worms. So what it says to do is to create a small hole in the middle of your bed and then put a handful of your worms inside there, cover them up, and then they will spread throughout your raised bed. I have 6 sections of raised bed that I need to go ahead and put these worms in. So let's go ahead and dig some holes and put our worms in there. All right, Alright friends, so now my raised beds are all done. I went ahead and covered them with the cardboard and I wet them down again. I will come through every couple days and just continue to wet this down if we don't get any rain, because I do not want them drying out. Thing with raised beds is they will dry out fast if you don't continue to water them. So friends, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments if you have done the same thing and purchased worms to go ahead and put into your garden. Let me know how it turned out for you. And until next time friends, don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends and family. As always, I hope all is well and have a blessed day.